got a lot to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Yeah, this is a UFO video posted by Paul Oglesby, taken by a friend of his in Chicago on August 26th, where we can see this very intriguing looking craft. Here, let me make it so you can see a little better. Yeah, this kind of a boomerang shape or triangle shape craft. Going in and out of focus as the camera zooms in and out. Very credible sighting, and I think Paul is posting, videos that are legit. And I think that if this was given to him by a friend of his, that this is also probably legit. And I don't think that's a balloon or a seagull. Could that be a paraglider or something like that? I don't think so. So what is that? Is that anomalous? Can that be explained by some mundane means? Is that a kite that got out of control? I don't see it doing any like funky maneuvers or anything. But really intriguing. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that. Meanwhile, we have Eric Burleson getting into, well, possibly, we'll see what happens. But he talks about investigating suspicious deaths involving the UFO cover-up.
David has also given me a individual that that his community is very, very upset about, who died mysteriously, and they're demanding an investigation, and we're trying to get that done behind the scenes.
Love it. Yeah, I think Kash Patel of the FBI has also spoken to ongoing investigations involving the UFO cover-up. So we'll see if any of these play out, but there are people in positions of power, people that could theoretically do something about all of this, that are actually maybe doing something about it. We'll see. I mean, we'll see where the day takes us. Meanwhile, Coast to Coast is reporting on the the third official Loch Ness monster sighting of 2025. That's right. A stunned local resident's report of a weird anomaly at Loch Ness has been recognized as the third official sighting of the legendary monster for 2025. The potential glimpse of the famed cryptid reportedly occurred on the morning of August 29th, as the unnamed individual in Loch End noticed something unusual. The witness recalled spotting a strange submerged anomaly that caused an unusual disturbance pattern on the surface of the water for approximately 2 minutes. Indicating that they had lived by the loch for 30 years, the astounded observer marveled that they had never seen anything like this before. The witness subsequently shared some footage of the anomaly in their account with the official Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register, finding that the possible video evidence, which has yet to be made public, in the first-hand account met their rather stringent requirements. The group deemed the case the third official sighting of the year. And this is the image that we have so far. And you can see a little disturbance in the water. Apparently, there's some video that will be released at some point in the near future. So I look forward to seeing that video, hopefully after some analysis has been performed on it. Really interesting. I don't have too much faith in the Loch Ness Monster legend, but I do think people are genuinely seeing something, whatever that is. Let me know what you guys think. Meanwhile, Trump is relocating Space Force back to where it was before the former president moved it.
For this important announcement, 7 years in the making. As you know, this has been going on for a long period of time, and I am thrilled to report that the U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama, forever to be known from this point forward as Rocket City. Okay, so Huntsville, Alabama, we love Alabama. I only won it by about 47 points.
Okay, well, there you go. There's a little bit more detail here. Trump relocates Space Command to Alabama, reversing Biden decision. Relocating from Colorado Springs, Colorado to Huntsville, Alabama, reversing a Biden-era decision. Trump emphasized national security and economic benefits, highlighting Alabama's role as a defense hub. While Alabama officials celebrated the move for job creation, Colorado lawmakers criticized it for potential cost and operational disruptions in ongoing debates. So don't know what to think about this. Apparently, that's where it was before it was moved for whatever reasons. So it's just going back to where it was. They're saying it's strategic. Who knows? But apparently, according to Trump, this is what people in Space Force wanted. So hopefully they are getting what they wanted, and that will be to the benefit of us all. We'll see. Okay, update. I've just heard that the Taigetans, if you know who the Taigetans are, who claim to be in contact with beings, that they are saying that there is a dome located under the original Space Force command in Alabama. There's a deep underground military base where that command was originally located before it was moved. So, keeping in mind that, Trump created Space Force, and also keeping in mind the Project Preserved Destiny information, which suggests that Trump is trying to acquire control over portions of the UFO control group, potentially including DUMBs. Could he be trying to get Space Force that he created to have access to that DUMB, which he might have control of? All speculation, but it's fun to think about. So let me know what you think about that intriguing theory. Meanwhile, what I want is more sky squids, and ProPixel Analysis is doing a deep analysis of some of the Skywatcher material. Now, this is a over 14-minute long video, but I'll play a little bit of it. What I like about the video that he's analyzing is that there's multiple phenomena going on. What might be sky squids or jellyfish, as well as tic tacs and other phenomena.
It'll be top center, flies down, goes right by the jellyfish, and then exits down the bottom. All right, here we go, back up to the top. Now we're going to go back down, right by the jellyfish, and then exit bottom center. Here's another one. This one's fascinating because it appears from the bottom, and this one may actually be a tic tac because it's tumbling a little bit, and that's the way we see them moving quite frequently. So it goes up, and it recognizes that this is here, makes an abrupt, like an incredibly sharp, immediate turn. It's tumbling as it's doing it. You can kind of see it. It comes down to the jellyfish and then takes a right angle turn and flies away after it sees it, and then exits the frame to the right. It's the speed, the turns, the fact that it's interacting. Right. That's the key point, is these objects are interacting with each other. Well, maybe the jellyfish isn't interacting with these objects, but whatever these objects are, they are certainly checking out what's there floating in the air.
Yeah, and that's what the people of Skywatcher have spoken to as well, as how the objects interact with each other. And in fact, when the Skywatcher people are trying to get video of these things, sometimes other things, whatever, their blobs, their manta rays, whatever, will interpose themselves between the photographer and the object that they're trying to study, usually a particular kind of UAP, which I think is really interesting. So not only are they interacting with each other, but they're also interacting with the cameraman in a way. Of course, they're all psychically summoned or summoned by the dog whistle, whatever that is. So that's another form of interaction. But I love this analysis from ProPixels, and I will link to it, and you can watch the full thing at your leisure. Meanwhile, astronomers confirm a vast interstellar tunnel linking our solar system, the far-off constellations. Yeah, and this was sent to me by Chumbles, so thank you, Chumbles. A sweeping new analysis published in Astronomy and Astrophysics has revealed a striking feature in the fabric of our galaxy, a tunnel-like structure of hot plasma connecting our solar system's local hot bubble to distant interstellar regions. The discovery, based on data from the X-ray telescope aboard the Spectrum Röntgen Gamma Observatory, nailed it, offers the clearest view yet of the complex dynamic environment in which our solar system is embedded. Let's go to the immersive view. But yeah, here we go. All right, it's embedded. The local hot bubble is a massive cavity of low-density superheated gas that extends roughly 1,000 light years across. This region, which surrounds the solar system, is thought to have been carved out by a series of supernova explosions about 14 million years ago. These explosions swept away interstellar gas and dust, leaving behind a 1,000,000-degree Kelvin plasma that continues to glow in soft X-rays detectable by instruments like Rosetta. That is the X-ray telescope. Mapping the bubble from within has been a long challenge, but they have, and they've got this tunnel. One of the most surprising findings was the detection of a tunnel-like corridor of hot plasma extending from the bubble's edge toward the constellation Centaurus. This structure appears to cut a clear channel through cooler, denser interstellar material, suggesting a physical connection to another low-density cavity beyond the local hot bubble. You didn't know we were in a hot bubble, did you? But we are in a local hot bubble. What we didn't know was the existence of an interstellar tunnel towards Centaurus, which carves a gap in the cooler interstellar medium, said Max Planck astrophysicist Michael Freiberg, a co-author of the study. The tunnel could lead to neighboring cavities such as the Gum Nebula or other regions mapped in previous surveys, indicating that the local hot bubble may be part of a larger network of interstellar tunnels and bubbles. So our solar system is potentially connected to others via these plasma tunnels, if I'm understanding that right. That is just super fascinating. Thank you, Jumbles. Okay, I realized when I hit the immersive viewer, so we didn't see the ads, we lost the visual there. Apologize for that. I'll try to remember that for next time. Meanwhile, Tim Clark sent me this amazing video of a dragon. Not just any dragon, but a dragon in Pennsylvania. That's right. You didn't know there were dragons in Pennsylvania, but there are dragons in Pennsylvania. Now, why am I showing you an obviously CGI video of a dragon? Well, first of all, because I don't know if it's obviously CGI. It looks pretty good. But second of all, because I've come across a couple of accounts, and including somebody I have met personally, that have seen what they believe to be our dragons. I think that is super interesting that people, credible people that I believe are seeing these things. Could this be an example of one? Is this legit footage? Who knows? But it does show, I mean, it's a good looking video. I'll put it that way. But yeah, the gentleman who owns the property of high strangeness that my UFO group did our last CE5 at, well, he saw a number of phenomena at that location. Paranormal activity, orbs, UFOs, all sorts of stuff. He told me about that bright orb that he saw that was so low flying he could have jumped up and grabbed it, he said. Well, I saw that same orb later that night. It buzzed my car on my way home. If not exactly that orb, then one just like it. So I don't think he was just full of hot air. So he told me he had seen a dragon. I asked him what kind of dragon was it? Was it like an Eastern dragon? Did it have, was it serpentine and wingless? Or did it have wings? He said, yeah, it was a winged dragon. So who knows what that was that he saw, but I believe that he saw it. Could it have been something like this? Is this an example of that, or is this just CGI? I don't know, but I'm inclined to think that the dragons that I've been hearing about might be similar to the Thunderbird. You may have heard about the Thunderbirds, these giant birds that people keep seeing, much larger than this, actually, sometimes. Very mysterious creatures or beings, whatever they are. And I mean, honestly, that could just be a big hawk or something, or buzzard. But people are seeing these large birds that are, not mundane birds. But clearly, the Thunderbird is not something you can just go out and bird watch and find, right? Unless you get really lucky. These are very anomalous birds, or whatever they are. Do they come from another dimension, or or is it a trickster element of the UFO phenomenon presenting itself as a Thunderbird? Is it, from, who knows? Who knows where some of these cryptids are coming from? Some of these cryptids don't seem to live here. They live somewhere else, or exist in some other reality and come to visit us. Well, I tend to think, maybe if people are seeing dragons, and I know that's a big if for some of you, and it's a big if for me too, other than I met a guy who I believe who says he saw one, and, take that for what it's worth. But yeah, I don't think that dragon actually lives in Pennsylvania. If it's legit, I think they must be coming from somewhere else. Again, if they are legit, and if it's not simply a trickster element of the phenomenon, which I think is completely possible. Anyway, thank you, Tim Clark, for sending me these awesome videos. Last but not least, not only does this dog play volleyball, but he knows when he's won. Check it out, guys. All right. First of all, man, what an awesome dog. All right. And he's good too. Okay, look at that. Goes in the sand. He knows he's won, and he runs to his owner to celebrate. This dog knows the point system of volleyball. Man, that's incredible. That's incredible. Love it. Let me know what you think about this awesome dog and everything else covered today in the comments below. Like and subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. Love to see you guys there. If you want to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, consider grabbing a coffee mug or a t-shirt in the merch store below, or by becoming a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really do appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there's plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.